Hello and welcome to the second Cadoku video. This one involves another puzzle from this book, Cadoku, Puzzles with a Switch or a Twist by myself, David A. Cadman. And in this session I'm looking at puzzle number 3. This is a switch game in which the boxes must stay in the same orientation on the same way up as they are seen in the book. So I've set the dice into the boxes as shown, and in this game, as you can see, we have one starting box there with a 3 and a 1 in. These 3 boxes, vertical boxes I call them, will fit along the bottom, and we will have 2 boxes there, 2 horizontal boxes at the sides. As I said, this is a switch game. They stay up. In the other type of game, the boxes can be turned round and there are more permutations, and so therefore generally harder, the twist games. But this is Cadoku switch game number 3, and we'll make a start by putting these boxes in here. I can see that I'm not going to make any headway at all. There's not much in there, so they can go at the moment in any of those slots. But I'm looking at this one because I can see that because there has to be the numbers 1 to 6 in any box, that this one, these 3 will contain a 1, 2 and a 3. We just don't know which way around they go at the moment. So bearing that in mind, these are 1, 2 and 3. If that one goes in there, we can see that that puzzle wouldn't be completed because there's a 1 in there already. So in column E, there would be a 1 in here. The 2 ones in column E, that wouldn't work. For pretty much the same reason, there would be a 3 in here, and that wouldn't be allowed because there's a 3 in column C already. So we can only presume that that one goes at the end like that. Now looking at this one can go here or here, but if it went in this position, you could see that there's 2 1s in column E. Again, each column will have the numbers 1 to 6, each row will have 1 to 6, and each box will have 1 to 6. So that can't go there. So we'll put it there, hoping that it's right, and that only leaves 1 spot for this vertical box, and that must go in there. Okay, it would appear that these 2, that fits in there nicely, and it appears to fit in there nicely as well when it goes in. But we'll test that one. That one seems to work in both positions, but we'll just study this box for a while. If I put that box in there, you can see that there are 2 4s in here. Now I'm looking at this column here, column E, and I can see that there may be no space for a 4 in this column. You can't have a 4 in here, you can't have a 4 in here. Obviously, if these 2 4s were correct, then the only position for a 4 would be here, but that spot is taken up by a 1. So we can safely presume that this box here must be over there, leaving only that space for the final box there. Okay, so boxes in position. We now try and fill the gaps in, and I'm just having a quick look around to see if I can spot anything. Often when the boxes are in position, to find an available start is quite hard, but it's worth, go every row, go around every column, every box, and you will find something. I'm looking at these here because there's a lot of dice at this intersection here, and I can see that this isn't a 1. It could be a 2, it isn't a 3, it isn't a 4, or a 5, or a 6. So the only one that will go in this square here, which is column B, row 1, square B1, is a 2. Now there's only 2 available positions left in column B, so I am going to find out which one should go in here, and I think it's a 1 and a 3. but a 3 can't go in there, so the 3 must go in there, and the 1 will have to go in the remaining position in that column, and there's the 1. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Just looking around, seeing for available spot. I'm going to look down here, and I can see this needs a 2, 5 and a 6. Can't see anything there. 2 and a 3, 2, 1, a 6, 2. You have to pardon me, I do invent these games, but I can't always solve them as quickly as some others. 4, 1. Okay, yes, I can see one now. It took a while, but this row here, can't have a 1 in there, can't have a 1 in there, and can't have a 1 in there. The way I do it, I visualize the 1 in a straight line down there, and the 1 across there. Only leaves one possible position, so that must go there. And likewise, the 4 there stops 4s from going in there and there, and also that 4 stops that one going in there, which leaves only one position for that 4 there, and that goes in there. Okay, quick check. I can see that this requires a 5 and a 6 there, which probably mean, yes, because these require a 5 and a 6, that only leaves a 2 to go in there. A quick check. Yep, the 2 will not go in there and there. It can only leave a 2 in there. Ground. Yes, that 2 has helped a lot. Again, we're needing a 5 and 6 in there, 5 and 6 in those 2. The 1s. Right. Yeah, this is an interesting one here. Yes, the 1s in this row here, row 4, I can see that the 1 can't go in there. Obviously the 1s won't go in there, so that leaves a 1 down here. Same row. Yes, the same row needs a 3, but that's preventing a 3 going in there and a 3 going there. So the only spot I can see for a 3 in this row here is there. Now we're down to 2 for that row, and it's a 2 and a 6, and I can see there's a 2 there, stopping the 2 in there, so the 2 must go there, and the 6 must go in there. Gets a little bit easier now. We said this box needed a 5 and a 6 to complete it. The 6 can't go in there because there'll be 2 6s in that column, so that goes there, and that only leaves for that box a 5. Still can't get the 5 and 6 in there though. Okay, there seem to be a lot of 1s here, and yes, I can see as I go across each column, 1 in there, 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 and there must be 1 left in here. And of course, along this line here, we can see that the only place for a 1, if I can find one, will be there. Okay. Let's see. I'll look at these 2 down here. Yes, they're waiting for a 5 and a 6, aren't they, in this column? 6 can't go in there, must go in there, leaving a 5 there. 6 is complete in this row, 5 and a 5. It would appear that because we're going across these rows here, that there's a 5 in there, 5 in there. There must be a 5 in this box. So the 5 goes there. What does it leave in there? A 2 and a 4. So if a 2 and a 4 go in there, that would presumably mean that the only place for a 3 is here. And that confirms it, because I should have put that 3 in half an hour ago. Because when there's 5 dice in a box, there can only be 1 space and 1 left. Okay, so we've got a 2 and a 4 in there. We did say 2 and a 4 in that middle box. There they go. 2 left down here. Wonder what they are. That looks like a 3. That looks like a 2. Up there, what's missing? It's a 5. 1, 2, 3. We're waiting for a 4 and a 6 in here. There's the 4 there. So presumably that's a 4. That's a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That must be a 5. And that must be finally a 6. We have a quick look over to see that every row, every column and every box has a 1 to 6. Hopefully it has, and that concludes this game. I'll be back online soon with another game, and thanks to all those that are already playing, and thanks for watching.